Creating a new meeting in Adobe Connect is easy. Just use our common account for the class, which is krice@mail.boisestate.edu, and the password is password. Click the login button, and it'll open to either this home page with the getting started, or it may even open to my meetings. It depends on whatever was clicked on the last time somebody entered the room. You'll want to click on Create New Meeting. Give the meeting a name and make it useful. So whatever your lesson happens to be, create that lesson title. It would be helpful if you put your name in the title so that I know personally whose meeting it is. You'll want to give it a custom URL. You don't have to, but if you don't, it'll assign this crazy long number to the end of the URL. So let's call it new meeting. And you could put your last name in there. In fact, I would recommend you put your last name in there. You have the option of setting a start time and then the duration of the meeting. Completely ignore this. If you set a time and a duration, you will be locked out of the meeting, or your attendees will be locked out of the meeting. If you leave it alone, by default, it allows anybody to enter the room at any time. Also, on access, make sure that you click anyone who has the URL for the meeting can enter the room so that it's a public meeting. We're not going to set any audio conference settings, so don't worry about that. You could click finish right now and be done, and it would have your meeting room all set up. I'm going to show you the next button just so you can see what it is, because I'm sure some of you will be curious. And I've already created a meeting like this, so it's giving me, I used the new meeting URL. So let me call it something else, lesson title. And you can't have any spaces or characters in the title or in the URL, so it's got to be a unique word or phrase. Let's try this again. Anyone who has the URL can enter. Next. This screen allows you to select participants to participate in the meeting, and you're not going to worry about that. So that's why I said click finish. And then it gives you the information about your meeting. You can send email invitations. We're not going to do that. We're just going to click finish. And look, you have the URL to your newly created meeting. And if you click on that, the meeting will open up. And you'll notice that it assigns EdTech 523 as the attendee, as the host of the meeting, and that will happen for each and every one of you because we're using a shared account. You can easily change this by selecting that particular name and edit user info, and then you can just type in your name. And that's it for setting up a meeting. We'll get into more detail about how to use the meeting room in the next tutorial.